Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Math with Mr. W. And our topic today is Palindromic Companions. Now, if you haven't done this before, and I think this is one of the best ways there is for your second graders to just narrow in on those ideas of addition so that they never, ever forget them. You know, I have kids who come to my ninth grade classes who are still adding 7 plus 8 on their fingers. And I'm just horrified by the fact that they don't know their basic skills. You know, the basic skills of addition and multiplication and adding in the opposite direction. Those things have got to be, and factoring. You know, how many, you break down the number 36, it's 9 times 4, 6 times 6. Basic skills, they have to be there. They have to be a part of them. So here we are in second grade, we're starting to get some of those really strong basic skills. And one of them is our basic addition facts. And if we don't have those basic addition facts, we're going to have problems in the future. So this is a fun way of just doing that. Now, let's talk about palindromic companions. Well, first of all, we all know what a palindromic number is. It's a number that reads forward and backwards the same. So if I have the number 55 or 66 or 99 or 1001, all these numbers read backwards and forwards the same. So they're palindromic. But what's a palindromic companion? Well, a palindromic companion is a palindromic number that to a number that is not palindromic. So, for instance, let's make one that's very simple. So if I take the number 57, I know the number 57 is not palindromic, but I want to find its companion. How do I do that? Well, I do it by reversing the number 75, and then I add the two together. Now, the basic skills should be there by second grade. Maybe not as strong, but maybe they should be, that we get a 12, and then this is the 10, so we get 13. All right, so we have here, we get 132. So 57 and 75 is 132. Now, that number is not palindromic either. So this is not a companion, but I have to move on. So I take this number and reverse it as well. 2, 3, 1. Now I add these two together. What do I get? 3, 6, 3. Palindromic. 363 is the palindromic companion of 57. Now, granted, that's not a big deal. However, I've done 2 sets of addition in the process of getting there. So my goal is to get to the companion. But in the process of getting to the companion, I'm forced to learn something. I'm forced to learn my basic addition skills. I don't have a choice in the matter. So if, let's say, I go to something like 68, okay, then I choose 86 to be the next number, and I add these together. I get 14, and I get 154. And I turn it around, I get 4, 5, 1. But now I get a 5, but this also gives me a, and then I get a 6. Do I have a palindromic number yet? No. I have to keep working until I do so. So I have to reverse this, and so I get it. And then, and I finally get a palindromic companion. So my number 1111, 1111 is the palindromic companion of 68. So this time I had to do it 1, 2, 3 times. It took 3 steps to get there. This one only took 2 steps to get there. So again, what are we doing? We're reaching a goal, and your students can say, okay, let's get to that goal. Put your kids into groups of 3, maybe two or 3, and have them to do the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s in the class. And so everybody gets, they get all the numbers done over a period of maybe a couple of days. Then you can examine, does anybody have the same palindromic companions? Are there any relationships between these 2 numbers? Can we talk about that relationship? So we can see how numbers relate to each other. This is another way of looking at number sense. So, folks, this is a fun way of doing it. I guarantee you, your students will enjoy doing this, because I have done this many, many times in pre-algebra classes where my students in 9th grade still were struggling to know their basic skills of 8 plus 6 equals 14. And when they got through, they had never, ever forgot that again. So try this. Put it in your classroom. Have fun learning math and looking at some patterns. See you next time on Math with Mr. W.